All right, thank you, Ben. The countdown to Election Day continues, and state leaders say they have spent all year preparing for Tuesday's election.
Kayla Solomon spoke to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who says voters need to have a plan in place before heading to the polls.
So far, over 2 million Georgians have voted early, whether they showed up to polling places or sent in their absentee ballots. I spoke to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who says if you haven't mailed yours back yet, your best bet may be to just take it to a drop box.
It's getting so close to election. Your absentee ballots have to be received no later than Tuesday at the close of polls, 7 p.m.
We're less than 1 week away from November 3rd, and Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger says the amount of voters is right on track with what the state predicted earlier this year.
Back in January, we talked about 5 million. The last 2 months, we've really been talking about 5.5 million. 1.5 million of absentee, 2 million of early votes, and then 2 million of election day. So we're looking at upwards of 2 million voters showing up on Tuesday. We prepared the counties for those numbers.
He says for people waiting until Election Day to vote, they can still expect long wait times, but the state has worked hard since the primary election in June to add 300 more polling locations across the state.
Our goal is to make sure that elections are run safely, sensibly, and responsibly. And we understand how critically important elections are to everyone. We want to make sure that they understand that their vote counts. This election matters. All elections matter.
Raffensperger says if you live in a county that does not have any ballot drop boxes, you can bring it directly to your Board of Elections. In Macon, Kayla Solomon, 13 WMAZ News.
Yeah, Brad Raffensperger says you do not need a postage stamp on your absentee ballot if you're putting it in a drop box.